Hi there, I'm Rahman from webdevcourses.com. I'm a full stack engineer from Berlin, Germany. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to move your domain from any registrar like Namecheap or Godaddy to AWS. The first thing we need to do is to unlock our domain. And for that, we need to log in our registrar account. In my case, it is namecheap.com. So I'm already logged in. We need to go to domain list and then scroll until we find the domain we need to move. In my case, the domain I want to move from Namecheap to AWS is webdevcourses.com. Click on Manage. Scroll to the bottom. We need to make sure that our contact data is current because they are going to send us an authorization code to our email. In my case, it is current. So I'm going back to the top and then click on Sharing and Transfer. And here again, we need to scroll down to the bottom and click on Unlock. We need to ask them to send us the authorization code. We need to select an option. Choose any one of them, pricing, support, technical. I'm choosing technical. And click on Send Code. What we need to do now is go to our email and copy the authorization code they just sent us. So here's the authorization code. I'm going to copy it and then go back to Route 53. In your AWS account, you can search here for Route 53 and you will find it here, or if you just used it earlier, you will find it by recently visited. So I'm going to click here. And then on the sidebar under domains, I'm going to click on registered domains and then click on transfer in single domains. And then here type the domain name I want to transfer from Namecheap to AWS. So here is my domain, webdevcourses.com. I'm going to click on check. It's going to check if it is locked or not. And see, it is not locked because we just unlocked it in Namecheap. So it will cost us $14. And then I verify that these steps have been completed, blah, blah, blah. Next. And then click on next again. And here we need to paste the authorization code we just copied from our email. Next, it tells us we need to pay $14 and auto renew is on. This is very important. Next. And then here review your contact information and your address. Next. Review your information, authorization code and everything, and the price and your address, and then submit request. Of course, we need to agree and then submit request. And now the request is in process. So once it is approved, they are going to send us an email to our account that we registered here in AWS to inform us that our request is approved and the domain is now in our AWS account. So this will take some time. I'm going to come back whenever the request is approved. If you want to check the status of your transfer request, all you need to do is to log in to your AWS account and then go back to Route 53. Scroll down under domains, go to requests, And here you can see the status of your domain. In my case, webdevcourses.com is still waiting for the current registrar to approve. This may take up a few days to finish, so when it's done, I'm coming back to show you the results. The domain transfer process, it's finished finally. It took almost 3 days. And now if I go to AWS, if we log into AWS and then go to Route 53 and scroll down to requests, now I can see that my domain and the status is successful. The whole process took around 3 days for me, but if you want to speed it up a bit, go to the email you got from your registrar, in my case, namecheap.com, and here you can see if you want to speed up the transfer, please go to our website, click on the link, and then I went here, and then you can click approve. I didn't do it in this case, it took 3 days, but previously I transferred another domain, it took 2 days. So maybe there is 1 day difference. It doesn't make a big difference for me. In this case, I haven't clicked on this link. I haven't done anything extra. I just waited 3 days and now the domain is in my account. So now that our transfer process is successful, we need to do one last step, which is we need to create a new hosted zone and then change the DNS, because remember we took the DNS from our registrar. Like in my case, it was namecheap.com. But I'm gonna show you step by step how to do that. So first of all, log into your Route 53 and then go to hosted zones, create hosted zone, type the domain. In my case, it is webdevcourses.com, and make sure it is public, create hosted zone. And in this hosted zone, you can see Amazon created DNS records for us. So here are the DNS records. Now we need to copy that and change it in our domain DNS. I'll show you how. It's also in Route 53. So go back to registered domains, open it in new tab, select the domain, and here you can see the domain name servers are from our old registrars. We don't need that. We need to copy these new DNS. So actions, edit name servers, copy the first one, paste it here, second one, paste it here, create 2 more, third one, paste it here, last one, paste it here, and then save changes. We're not done yet. There is one last step we need to do. We need to go back to our hosted zone. The last thing we need to do now is create an A record. An A record is a routing record where we paste the IP of our installation of website. Like, where is it? Is it in AWS? Is it somewhere else? We need to get this IP. So we need to create a record. Leave this empty because we need the main domain to point to this record, but make sure it is of type A routes traffic. And here we need to paste the IP. I already have an IP for a WordPress website in Lightsail. Copy this IP and then go back here, paste it, and then create records. And now if you opened a browser, this may take some time, but it will have an effect because the DNS sometimes takes up to 24 hours, but mostly it is fast. So open a browser and then click your domain name, and in my case it is pointing to the right WordPress instance in Lightsail. Of course it is not secure, it's just a playground instance for me now. I'm building it, and I'm going to create a tutorial about light sail in depth. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.